What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the DigiTavern and welcome to our first video. This is going to be a series where we open Pokemon trading card game booster packs. If you've listened to our podcast, I've recently gotten back into picking up and purchasing Pokemon cards, so I've bought a lot. And let's get into opening these things, because I'm pretty excited. Let's get it going. So before we get off into the cards, I just want to say that this is the first time that I've ever done this. Or anything like this, so bear with me here as I'm trying to figure out the angle and the lighting and the hand shadows as well. So now I did order this pack a while back and they came in about a week and a half ago. I was trying my best to not open anything, but I went ahead and opened up 5 because I am weak and I could not resist. So there's that. And right here, quickly, I'm just trying to get rid of a lot of these online redeem cards and things like that. I'm trying to stack the cards as much as I possibly can and get into the goods. I do show off a Rosalite and the good card here, which was kind of a bust. But I went ahead and cut that out so we could share that for when it gets good. I did let the Gossifleur stick in there, but that's fine. We'll worry about that another time. So stacking the packs here and getting them out of the way so we can start getting to the good stuff. Now it's been a while since I've done any of this stuff or read any of these cards. But starting off with the Hitmonchan, one of my favorite cards growing up as a kid. I'm a water type person, so getting a Sea King right off the bat was kind of nice. And I do love that art style. Trainer cards were never something I really cared about too much, but this time around, some of the art is really pretty, so I'm looking forward to collecting some of the good ones. I cannot pronounce this name. I think it's a Marshall. A Galarian Obstagoon was one of the earliest pulls, and it was a inverted foil card, which was really nice. A Cufant and a Krabby. Yamper is really nice. A friend of mine calls it Thunder Carl. So shout out to him and Thunder Carl. A Cobra, a Gossifleur, which is a pretty card in general. Cufant, which is another double. A Baltroy, a Chinchou. I wasn't even sure how to say that when that Pokemon first came out. A Sizzlipede, fire type, and a Galarian Zigzagoon, which in the moment I realized I had only one more to go to complete the evolution. A Mudsdale. I love that card so much. I didn't show it off enough. I'll go back and do it. A Drampa, a dark energy card to fuel my new Galarian Obstagoon. A Great Ball trainer card art. And there it is, a Galarian Laloon. It took me a second to realize that I had all 3. And when I did, I was like, oh, snap. Let me put them together. Pretty happy about that. The Rotom Bike from Sword and Shield. A Sobble. Emo Frog. Not entirely sure how to say that name. A Wooloo, which I really enjoy. I love that card. Doug Trio. I've got so many of those from when I was a kid. It's ridiculous. Another double with a Pokemon Center Lady. Energy Retrieval, another Thunder Carl. Skorupi, a dark energy card or dark Pokemon card. A green energy card or a leaf energy card. Grass energy card, I think that's what it's called. God, this is the big one right here. The Ordinary Rod. God, look how beautiful that card is. I couldn't tell you why it's gold or holographic, but I love this card, and it's a full art, and it's so pretty. I mean, oh, look how nice that is. That's full gold, man. A Salazzle, a Steel type, which I'm not really sure why I put it in the ordinary type. Water energy, Metal Saucer, a Goldeen, which I'm a big water type fan, so happy for that one. Another Silicobra, a Joltik, got a Rosalite there, a third Piplup, a Rhyhorn, and that's the art that I grew up seeing myself. So I was really happy to see that some of these cards still have the original art from when the cards first came out. I think that's a third Rosalai. Aurora Energy. I'm not entirely sure what this card does, but it's an inverted foil card that I just slammed right on top of all the other ones. A Lantern, a Fire Energy card, which is pretty cool, but I slip it to the back because Aurora wins all. Diglett, a third Pokemon Center Lady, Energy Retrieval, a Bead, I'm not entirely sure how to say his name, spoilers alert, a Galarian Ponyta, which is a beautiful card. I have a 401 of her, which is great, or him, Drampa, Drizzle, reminds me of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the Drizzle, a Kaani, which I thought was a fairy type because of the game, like an ordinary rod, and an ordinary rod card. The Shelder, one of my favorite cards. I love Cloyster. Grookey, Mawile, another still going into a basic pile. And a last card that's here is the Snom. So at the end, I want to show off these 3 cards here. These cards are just so beautiful. Like, it's good art, and you can see the transition from Zigzagoon to Lanoon and to Obstagoon. If I played, I would have threw that card down like that. But I can only pretend. But showing off the ordinary rods here because these cards are just really cool. And you can see like it's even like a different angle with the art card. So it's not just the ordinary card blown up. It's its own art card. So with that, let's get into some of the cards that I actually pulled that are really pretty. So let's get into some of those here. So before we go any further, I just want to make sure that you guys know that the music that is playing currently is by Mikhail from Game Chops. They remake and redo and cover a lot of video game music and kind of give it that lo-fi twist. So if you're looking for the music that kind of can fit into your background, Mikhail and Game Chops, it's pretty good. You can find them there. So let's get into some of these cards here. So first on the list is the Ordinary Rod. I just kind of want to get into this card again because this card is just so beautiful in its own. Now this is a still image of the card itself, and just taking a look at the card, you can see that it's got the bursting effect. It's beautifully gold, and it does have a texture on the outside of the card as well, which is really nice. These cards have changed so much since when I was collecting them as a kid, and I'm learning now more and more about what is a rare, what is a super rare, what is a triple rare, what is a very rare, and it's kind of a whole new level of learning for me. Having foil cards, inverted cards, full art cards, and then having VMAX cards and rainbow cards. There's so many, but I'm pretty happy to have this trainer card, and I've never cared about trainer cards. So let's get into the next one here. The next one here is this Galarian Zigzagoon. Now, I actually am not a huge fan of Zigzagoon, but I do like the Galarian one. It's a very punk rock jam. It's punk rock. It's got like all the amenities of what you think of a British invasion kind of timeline. So it was really nice to see this card here. And it's even nicer to see that I got all 3 of them. Next on the docket, the Galarian Lanoon. And you can see how edgy it gets with this next card. Coming in with the Night Slash and the Hammer in, it's nice to see that it goes from this pretty innocent looking Zigzagoon to a kind of sinister, almost punkish looking Lanoon. And it only gets better when it hits the Obstagoon. And as we look at the Obstagoon card here, this guy is just a combination of what it means to be 80s glam punk rock. And it's really cool. This Pokemon has just full-blown Kiss vibes. And you can see the tongue, the colors, the eyes, just the whole getup, and it's really cool. One of the things that I didn't really notice when I first looked at the card, it's probably because I was distracted about how pretty the shimmer is that he's actually standing on a snowbank in front of like a mountain pass with some snow in the background. So that was really cool. It definitely pops the character out a little bit more, and I'm not entirely sure how good this card is or what it would be good for, but it's just a pretty card, and it's nice to have all 3. And to complete the evolutionary form, that is. So that's it, guys. That's the first video of the DigiTavern's YouTube. So thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, click like, hit subscribe, and if you want to listen to our podcast, follow the links. They'll send you to our SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Google, and check us out on Twitter. And go ahead and check out our website, which is thedigitavern.com. Until next time, guys, we're out.